Adolfo native I Alpha OneTV and then our first time I bounce or ending no book and so now I subscribe ya my 7 news be no she be a being notification phone so now I be shaving so memory so be share more than for so any bit for me can some so straight. A latest news of a train now so in him say NDC for ACUJ Mensa or Supreme Court touches it a nyasam getwa edify a year Kesi via a buyer just na nyasam getwa. So that case ne buy no I defa a district registration is anyamanya maybe no I say be talk Ghana for now so no e mind this for the ekusi a year Mensa Supreme Court. Na the entire that action no ankwa nkwesi ne say Chief Justice suspended Chief Justice Tokono action bi oteki no illegality bi o ye no I just say ma Mensa and da soon one say only against NDC for no illegalities be above one and I just say Kevin the leaky that illegalities no a man about by day just say any some good one. That's how protest registration no wash when you need come. She Ghana for a tea come. She beka kuzeto a black constituency. This one will change so. Asama kwa kwede wa kutwomdi di tibia na Ghana for some made amompe eye akofada memuno nanso no mo fa Mensa so yeden e de amanfo kwa efrom nsem na ebi tonso mu na ebi yeden twa kwan sika cloud be fa ka kwampa ede akokrampo no munye bi nanso constituency no na MPO no ede ono ha sika ni bottom sika ede high pass Cause mienko. That nyema oye ni nyina no eho eya beto dwa je say illegalities bia no hye pan je say eman suspension compare the iOS cramp no e na beto dwa kam ni ngutin ya ba ne dem komatwa na da to aso
today enya asem na yesuro ena yama law ehunahuna ema sebio banchire for lawyer bi ehunahuna Ghana eni se Ghana ni bia ema the Ghana Bar Association any respect. Now, unimadi kudientia omakosha dem say sa directive na the Chief Justice, acting Chief Justice, Mr. Bafuboni, making a helmono. It is simple. Okay? So person musa mami o leadi the Ghana Bar Association. She's not smart. She's a politician, and we have to place her where she has to be. And say, tell na Madam Tokonu, the Chief Justice act or your Chief Justice no, and suspended no. Mokai sa case way. I want to remind you of a case. Mokai case way. This was the case, NDC and 4 other political parties sue Electoral Commission over limited voter registration. Mokai. Yes. Sa case no. NDC they call court. Any 4 other political parties this case they call court. Madam Tokonu court no. Now, Madam Tokonu had the right to call the case before the EC goes or takes that action. But because Madam Tokonu now award the power, let me tell you something. Madam Tokonu ebeye Chief Justice Oshemra say onunkwani the sole person obetumi decide which case, which day I have a free case ewo Ghana. The Ghana Bar Association from day one, they did not have a problem with it. So that case we call court. Ghanaians were telling the Chief Justice say she was supposed to immediately give the case to a judge to sit on before the EC takes action. Because the moment the EC goes ahead and takes that action, and I say Omudi Jumana, the judgment from the court will be waste. Inti na Ghana for NDC for other political parties are Omuko court insist Chief Justice. You have the power to make sure say a judge is assembled to make sure say that case is heard before the Electoral Commission takes or makes their move. Mokai sa case way. Now let's go and read Madam Tokonu letter. Do you see here any judgment of Maya, any what she said? The Ghana Bar Association, they were all in Ghana, they were watching because Nana Dankwe Kufuor Jimmy was basically their leader. This woman who is the leader of the Ghana Bar Association, Nikunini Jogate, who was serving under Ekufuado, who was the flag contestant as a flag bearer in the NPP. This woman did not see anything wrong with it. She thought she believed that decision by Tokonu was the best decision. Kwasiafo and the Omobekambro of Watch. Let's go and read Tokonu's judgment. Otwen yema eye easy. Eko teki sa decision no. Madam Tokonu eye den, what action did she take? Now monhwe. Kwasiafo mo jesa mo kwa na motebrofo. Let's read the story. Now read the story. This is what the story says. Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu has outlined reasons the Apex Court did not hear the injunction application filed by the National Democratic Congress and 4 other political parties earlier than October 17, 2023. The applicants on September 7th, 2023 sought to restrain the Electoral Commission from carrying out their recently held voter registration exercise made up of the NDC, the Convention People's Party, All People's Congress, Liberal Party of Ghana, and the Great Consolidated Popular Party. They sued the Electoral Commission at the Supreme Court over its decision to restrict voter registration centers to its district offices. Now read this story. Now this is what it says. The suit was scheduled to be heard on October 17th, a decision which baffled the applicants. Now, but explaining the decision in court today, Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu, who presided over a 5-member panel hearing the case, noted that the case couldn't be set on a date because the Apex Court doesn't sit during August and September due to legal vacation. Time NDC for echo court. How many 4 political parties? Echo catch Supreme Court say a day way it's important. It's an emergency. We are going into an election. The EC is taking a decision a bit me destabilize the mind. Madam Tokonu Kachiro say they cannot sit because on to me ma omu judge biya enkotena case ni so. You know why? Because on any team or say na judges ewo vacation. It onya any judge to sit on the matter. The case was supposed to be called on the 7th of September. Madam Tokonu responds in her judgment and say, "Ono NNA Chief Justice. Sa time no na court echo vacation enti wa ma ho kwan ema ya mfre judge bia say on betena case ni so. Who had the power to make sure a judge comes to sit on that case? It was Tokonu. What did she do? She decided, she made the rule. Until she appoints a judge to sit on it, no judge could sit on that case. Technology. Now, already the other part of the story, Mama Cho Bibiwa, Kwasiafo, Ghana Legal, Ghana Bar Association, Moa. Now, share the SCA. And I quote, and these are the statements from the Chief Justice. The Supreme Court doesn't sit on vacation. There are no rules for Supreme Court to sit during the months of August and September. That is why the application was fixed for the 17th of October 2023. Discussions of fixing it for today should be premised on the Supreme Court not being able to sit during vacations except by a special fiat. Madam Tokonu Emma the judgment no. Tia wa ma judge bia antra so no. One Fred judge bia to come and sit on and say August September no, the court is on vacation even though na assembly is important no. Or say the judges were on vacation in August and September. That is why the application was fixed for the 17th of October. Remember, we were going into an election, dangerous. we needed hearing. Why didn't the Chief Justice say, let's see, say, we can get a judge to sit on this case because the democracy and the safety of this nation was very important. But the Chief Justice said that she could not appoint any judge to sit on the matter because they were all on vacation. She had that power, right? Did you have an issue with that? And Osako Enukachiramo say, discussions of fixing it for today should be premised on the Supreme Court not being able to sit during vacations, except by a special. It was see, it BB Pusuro. Anybody sit on the case because judges were on vacation. Now you will obia to be taking another decision. No. She was the Chief Justice, or she is the Chief Justice, and what she says is final. That time, na Chief Justice Eka Sasem na Ghana Bar Association for nobody Ghana. Almost so the safety of the country na enha omuana. The chaos that thing could have brought na Ghana Bar Association for na enha omuana. Omuma any omukurunum any omunananum almost no monte Ghana Sasem ne for omuana. Why didn't they raise an issue on this matter? Did the Ghana Bar Association tell the Chief Justice say she does not have the right to make that decision? The Ghana Bar Association is a stupid association. Omu nimu nyansa, omu ejimi, omu ya politics. They think say yani Ghana for ya nkwasiafo. They can do politics with us. Now, mommy, go back to a Ghana Bar Association for statement. No. Now, who read this statement? Now, sorry. Who read this statement? So far, me read this statement. Yenshia baby Ghana Bar Association for aka anything about law.
Abusianfo netifo inyatin sema enua bema ke mitila de ababon tabe yinsemo nyine goa na nsem na okane ne nia brie pan no chichi because nema na ekoso enye fedi agrokra na ekoso no ware nema Chief Justice tokono yeye three cases are NDC amanyuko no e de court e de fa nema bi aje Mensa ya chesna enya asangetwa Emma J. Mensa, Nini be an or Emma NDC for Ekas the videos issue AJ Mensa I was Supreme Court. Ne quarter Supreme Court no. Is the Zenka a year Chief Jan Tokono bedding. Be fast him no what national. No making sure say justice I age man. Because he Chief Justice. Justice Munina Chief Ghana. Nanso Nene could see justice take place and Debbie and take place. Now the internet Chief Justice Nankasanga side and some no so. Now ye the ope. Wa she send me na a ye Mensa a nema. Boss ma sorry. Samo tete. Nema no more no. Sebi nen tasum sebi ne sing huno. Was say Ubian connection quiet and good trinity. Abani be met me train so near that there wasn't come with him there bomb one caside I saw ye no more tremedy in Nakusiwa. Because after a time, Nasa near ye no. So ye then I'll go and buy no. True aquafarmity, the Obekana Uti. And now my man for the extra monk and true trading keke. Registration of name keke, Naman for a famu, Naman for Tonsumu near the other. Because no more through boat intimidating boat to near the other. So I want send me a PP, and it was a dinner James saying no 7,000 to me making sure say I already a year. James have a family acquaintance. Near the assembly of down Supreme Court. Oh, Chief Justice now, what is on as a talk on an artisan. Oh, can't change this for say, oh, I guess next September the international so. Yen found say emergency and emergency international so. Dainty, oh, ye co holidays, ye quack Jenny, or do vacation here. But as I'm not ban a emergency case. I was encouraged so come to me to be no matter as I'm no more in the Umundiasm no. Osanya de abetu obi amana abetena asem no so. Esanse ne eko against mo party nti. Ene enya de kwampo ameden. Mo be tena asem no so na NDC for we need that case no. Niema wo ye no ena abetu dwa je eye kelvin till I the age. No we no ena say. Now suspension is suspended on NTC won papa because that allegation and that petition on the abano any abnormalities are why no and no any the umbrella. It's in the UFO Council of State to deny the evil TTL say Yama Gofi. When you sack, One now Bible in the council, the law is the law. Then time now go follow the iron and the way see ideas of fraud. Sani we nyina akọ na enya asem ketwa. No we no say. Mensa de. You can say kan wan asem adaje be boy. Because even niema oye rigging taxes no person oye. Those a year in country do want this district no. Na eya de na can rigging taxes no. Na according to resident ketiano. Why in the buy our kase. After a chief that tokononia in a free one, you pay next age Mensa. Because Mensa they never be bring a bit my way you were free. A shout to say, why she even petition on petition up to none and you could have one point in petition according to the record. Now, we need here. After chief just tokono suspension and the 1 year the year bounce. Because to make us just for crowd back to just for in the way I'm cast amount for mega that of you then ya dear enya papa even the president crampon so just for enkata ho nyina ehia saa ne ma we nyina koso a just wodwene ho a wonte ase kelvin till I dey kan se meet my ache adwen our comment so to be so a shama down for so nya bi ahwe higher for judicial Akroma.